It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, November the 7th, 2019, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Funeral service for Joe Angel Everett Jr., 79 of Sudan, is scheduled for 10 a.m. Saturday morning, November the 9th, at the First Baptist Church in Earth, with Paul, Ramon, and Angie Castillo officiating. Burial will be in the Earth Memorial Cemetery. Joe died on Friday, November the 1st in Sudan. He was born April the 13th, 1940 in Orange, Texas, to Joe Angel and Dominga Olivares Everett. He married Aurelia de la Garza in Dimmitt on August the 22nd, 1963. Joe farmed for many years. He loved to play the accordion and was well known for his musical skills. He is preceded in death by a son, Jose Alfredo Quiroga, his parents, three sisters, Beatriz Alcala, Julia de la Garza, and Eva Alcala, a brother, Guadalupe Lupe Olivares, and Joe is survived by his wife, Aurelia, his four sons, Joel Angel Everett of Hereford, Jeremy Angel Everett and his wife Andrea of Lubbock, Joe Angel Everett III of Earth, his two daughters, Patricia Ann Castillo and her husband Carlos of Earth, and Joanne Gardia and her husband Hector of Progress, Texas. A sister, Lucia Garcia of Lubbock, survives him as well. Four brothers, John Everett of Earth, Raymond Everett of Floydada, Noah Everett of Amarillo, and David of Farwell. 17 grandchildren and 22 great-grandchildren all survive him. The family suggests memorials be sent to the American Cancer Society, 3513 10th Street, Lubbock, Texas, 79415. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, funeral service for Joe Angel Everett Jr., 79 of Sudan, is set for 10 o'clock Saturday morning, November 9th, at the First Baptist Church in Earth, with Paul Ramon and Angie Castillo officiating. Burial will be in the Earth Memorial Cemetery. Keep the Everett family on your prayer list today, please. James Leroy Thomas died on Thursday, October the 31st in Bonham, Texas, at the Texas State Veterans Home at the age of 92. He was preceded in death by his parents, Roy and Cora Thomas, and 5 siblings. He was a graduate of the Muleshoe High School class of 1946, where he played football here and was voted most handsome his senior year. His parents worked in Vance Wagnon's frozen food plant in Muleshoe before his father, Roy, opened his own frozen food warehouse. James served in the Air Force and was stationed in Fairbanks, Alaska, right after World War II and at the start of the Cold War. He continued living in Alaska after serving the military, where he worked driving trucks and construction, mainly building pipelines and roads. He is survived by his wife, Barbara Fields Thomas, who they reconnected and married 5 years ago, as she was a Muleshoe native as well, graduating in the class of 1949, and was the daughter of the late R.L. and Opal Fields, who farmed south of town. He is survived by one daughter, Dawn Thomas of Bellevue, Washington, 2 brothers, E.J. of Puyallup, Washington, and Carl of Renton, Washington, and 1 grandchild. No services are being planned at this time. But please keep the family of James Leroy Thomas on your prayer list today. He died at the age of 92 on Thursday last week in Bonham at the Texas State Veterans Home, and he was a member of the Muleshoe High School class of 1946. And please remember his 2 brothers surviving his daughter and his wife, Barbara Fields Thomas. Memorial service for Joe Harmon, 79 of Lubbock, was held at 2 o'clock last week on Friday, November the 1st, at the Muleshoe Church of Christ, with Curtis Smith of Muleshoe and Gary Hooten officiating. Joe died Tuesday, October 29th in Lubbock. She was born May the 4th, 1940 in El Paso to Charles and Della Haywood Bennett. She married Bill Harmon in El Paso August the 14th, 1959. Joe loved people and serving others. She enjoyed sewing and making flowers for weddings. She was a member of the Muleshoe Church of Christ. Joe is preceded in death by her husband Bill, her parents, 1 son Ben Harmon, and 2 sisters Loretta Fox and Deline Hulse. Joe is survived by her son Jason and his wife, Emily of Cleburne, her daughter, Beth Jackson, and her husband, Kirk of Lubbock, a sister, Carolyn Jean Bruner of San Antonio, 6 grandchildren, Amanda Larson, Craig Jackson, and his wife, Martha, Chad Jackson and his wife, Sarah, Chasten Powell, and her husband, Cade, Cayenne Harmon, and Colton Harmon, 3 great-grandchildren, Andy Jackson, Ian Jackson, and Levi Jackson. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Children's Home of Lubbock, 4404 Idalou Road, Lubbock, Texas, 79403, or the Open Door Church at 1916 13th Street, Lubbock, Texas, 79401. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, memorial service for Joe Harmon was held last week here in Muleshoe at the Muleshoe Church of Christ. Please keep the Harmon family on your prayer list today. She was such a nice and beautiful lady to be around. It's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. First, a message from our sponsor. K&K Pharmacy right here in Muleshoe at 1411 West American Boulevard, where Christine K. or any of their helpful employees want to help you get rid of your weekly pill box. Find out how K&K Pharmacy can simplify your meds with the K-Pack Custom Medication Packaging Program, available now at 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-7511. K-Pack Custom Medication Packaging, available now at K&K Pharmacy, where they can simplify your meds and get rid of your weekly pill box. Well, what started out as a really nice week, as we had highs in the mid to upper 60s every day this week so far, has turned cold today on Thursday, as Wednesday afternoon a front came through and brought rain clouds and about 0.2 of an inch of rain right here at Channel 6. The Mesonet station 2 miles south of Muleshoe has had 19/100ths of an inch of rain so far, but that is turned cold overnight, and our forecast calls for a high barely above freezing, and then the rain turning to freezing rain likely before noon, then rain chances again this afternoon as well today on Thursday. We have wet and slick road conditions out there. There were several wrecks yesterday here around in Muleshoe, so slow down, be careful, and look for slick spots. Leave lots more space between you and cars around you. And again, rain and freezing rain likely before noon today on Thursday. Then rain chances continue this afternoon. Cloudy, high only around 35 degrees today. North-northeast winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 60%. Daytime ice accumulation possible. 30% chance of rain going on this afternoon into the evening hours for Thursday. Cloudy tonight with a low around 30. North-northeast winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming calm later this evening. Friday mostly cloudy, gradually becoming sunny. High near 56 degrees. Southwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour, so somewhat warmer for football Friday. Mostly clear Friday night, low around 33. South-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming west after midnight. Sunny on Saturday, kicking off the weekend. High up around 69 degrees, so a nice day for Saturday. West winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest in the afternoon. On Sunday, looking for a mostly sunny day again. High near 68. West-southwest winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour, becoming north. Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, mostly cloudy, low around 29. Mostly cloudy Veterans Day on Monday. High near 37 degrees. North-northeast winds around 20 miles per hour. Gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. During the afternoon hours, Monday night, mostly cloudy, low around 16. Mostly sunny on Tuesday, high only around 41 degrees. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low around 22. Sunny on Wednesday, high near 56. So that's our forecast for the next 6-7 days. Look for rain and freezing rain to continue today on Thursday. Then we'll warm up and get all the way into nearly 70 degrees on Saturday and Sunday for the Muleshoe area before cooling back down into the week next week into Veterans Day as a high only around 37. Monday and 41 on Tuesday. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Make sure to go to our website, muleshoetv.com, as we did a whole bunch of videos late last week. As you can see, our fall and Halloween Meet Your Neighbor video that has scenes from all over town from Wednesday night and then Thursday on Halloween, like the First Baptist Harvest Fest, Senior Center Costume Contest, the Muleshoe Area Medical Center, and Parkview Pumpkin Decorating Contest entrance from United Supermarkets, McDonald's Restaurants, Buywise Home Store, Tattered Tumbleweed, K&K Pharmacy, DeShazo Elementary, and the Big Boo on the Boulevard out at the Bailey County Coliseum Thursday evening. Lots of the homes decorated for Halloween here in the area. That's all our Meet Your Neighbor, brought to you by United Supermarkets, available on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Also, we have Friday night's Muleshoe Mules versus Slayton Tiger game. Find that highlight video on our front page as well, and see video of the very successful 2019 Muleshoe Merry Market. It was the biggest one it's ever been. Around 60 vendors, lots of food and fun out from last Saturday, kicking off the Christmas holiday shopping season right here in Muleshoe. The Muleshoe Merry Market put on by Kenzie Green. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Take control of your First Bank of Muleshoe debit card right from your smartphone with the My Mobile Money app. It's customizable card monitoring and controls that help you manage your accounts. With My Mobile Money app, you can set interactive controls to help monitor activity and prevent unauthorized use. You can turn your card on or off, set alerts, and deny transactions based on merchant or transaction type and location, monitor and control dependent cardholder usage, receive notifications of possible fraudulent transactions, and take action. Deposit checks through your phone. Download the My Mobile Money app now at the App Store or Google Play. For more information, you can also call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South 1st Street. The First Bank right here in Muleshoe, offering the My Mobile Money app, available at the App Store or Google Play. Call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515, or go by 202 South 1st Street. The First Bank, member FDIC.
Leal's is the best Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life, and I've been alive for 10 years now. Hi, I'm Isla Reynolds, and I enjoy the phenomenal bean burritos, rice and beans and chips, and seasoning salt. I've been around and eaten lots of Mexican food in 10 years, and Leal's is the best, for sure, with the original being located at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas since 1957.
The cold weather is here, and Frying Cock's 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe can help keep you warm. See their wedding shower selections for Caleb Wood and Chandler Barnes, now available at Frying Cock's. Get in now for pipe wrap insulation, faucet covers, patio door and window insulation kits, window air conditioning covers, garage door bottom seal, and much, much more. See their selection of heaters along with burn bibs and coats for the whole family, with a large new shipment of burn coats and bibs coming in very soon. Check out the Milwaukee heated jackets now at Frying Cock's. They have hand warmers, toe warmers, and foot warmers. Check out the Channel Lock 63-piece socket set, marked down to $34.99 through November at Frying Cock's. They have wood pellets for your wood-burning stoves, snow shovels, ice scrapers, and a good selection of ice melt. The Quilt Corner in Frying Cock's will be at the Muleshoe Merry Market on Saturday, November 2nd at the Bailey County Coliseum, so look for them there. Frying Cock's, keep warm at 401 South 1st Street. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Muleshoe, Texas. Well, the Muleshoe High School junior class will serve their annual turkey dinner pregame meal this Friday, November the 8th, before the Muleshoe Bushland final season game. It will be at the MHS cafeteria, of course, from 5 until 7 p.m. Tickets are $10 per person. They'll be serving turkey, dressing, gravy, green beans, mashed potatoes, cranberry sauce, roll, pumpkin cake, and tea. For deliveries, contact, you can call 806-272-7305 between 4:30 and 6 p.m., and they will deliver your meal to you. You can buy your ticket from any junior class student or pay at the door. That's the MHS annual junior class turkey dinner before the Muleshoe versus Bushland game this Friday, November the 8th, at the MHS cafeteria from 5 until 7 p.m. It's $10 per ticket, and go out and support the MHS junior class this Friday night. And go out and support the Mules as they will take on Bushland for the season finale at 7 p.m. at Benny Douglas Stadium. It will be a tough game Friday night for the Mules to end out their season. They lost last week to Slayton and are at 0-9. They'll be taking on the district champs. They've already clinched the district for 2-3A, Bushland, as they are 4-0 on the district's mark and 9-0 overall on the season, and again have clinched the district championship. Other standings for District 2-3A, second and third place in clinching playoff spots are Shallowater and Littlefield, both at 3-1. They're both also 5-4 overall on the season. Slayton is in fourth and will be in the mix with River Road for that fourth playoff spot in 2-3A, as they're both 1-3 in district. Slayton is 4-5 overall, and River Road is 3-6. And again, Muleshoe's 0-4 in the district and 0-9 overall on the season. And we'll finish up again this Friday night at 7 p.m. at Benny Douglas Football Stadium. It will be senior night, so they will be recognizing all the seniors and their parents in the cheerleaders, the football players, along with the band and others before the game. So make sure to get there a little bit early to see all that. We'll have our broadcast as normal. The full game broadcasts on our TVs at the Senior Center Parkview and the Harmon Elliott Senior Citizens Community Room. You can see that full game broadcast on Saturdays, and then highlights will be available on our website, muleshoetv.com, along with our Facebook, Gillam, and Channel 6 Muleshoe, our Twitter feed, and on our YouTube channel as well. Look for it in all those places. Brought to you by Hereford Feed Ingredients, Muleshoe Independent School District, Burton Service Center, First Bank, Barrett Potato Farms, McDonald's Restaurant, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Mohawk Auto Parts, Wilson Drilling, Leal's Tortilla Factory, WTG Fuels, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, and 5 area telephone, West Plains Telecommunications, along with Lance Insurance, Farmers Insurance, and Irrigation Pumps and Power. So look for all that coming up on Saturday. There also will be a senior class pep rally. It will be at 11:10 Friday morning at the MHS Gymnasium. They'll have their senior spotlight. The senior pep rally the seniors will participate in a skit, but other senior activities will be taking place at the senior spotlight in the spring of 2020. So they're changing that up a little bit for the pep rally. You're invited to Muleshoe High School as their staff and students celebrate Veterans Day and recognize our veterans. It will be on Monday, November the 11th, on Veterans Day at the MHS Carey Moore Auditorium at 9 a.m. Especially all our veterans here in the Muleshoe area are invited to that Veterans Day program. MHS Carey Moore Auditorium, Monday, November the 11th at 9 a.m. Make sure to look at our Twitter feed, bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com. So we tweeted out a story this morning with all the election results of those 10 constitutional amendments, propositions that were on the ballot yesterday statewide here in Texas. Meals on Wheels is seeking an immediate volunteers to run a weekly route delivering Meals on Wheels to seniors here in the Muleshoe area. They currently have 2 routes open on Tuesday. Please see Judy at the courthouse. She's in the Office of the Aging, or you can call her at 806-272-3647. That's Meals on Wheels is seeking an immediate volunteers to run a weekly route delivering Meals on Wheels to seniors here in Muleshoe. They have 2 openings, 2 routes open on Tuesdays. So you can call Judy Kaufman at the courthouse, 272-3647, or go by and see her there in her office in the courthouse. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Help us welcome to Muleshoe Dr. Kenneth Burke. Kenneth Burke, DO, is now practicing full-time in the medical clinic of Muleshoe and is ready to see patients. For an appointment, call today, 806-272-7544. Dr. Burke was born in De Leon, Texas, and went through Corpus Christi and Lubbock on his path to Muleshoe for his undergraduate training. And then in the U.S. Navy, he was responsible for mobilization and security of the medical and chaplain team. Shawnee, Georgia for medical school, and then Jersey City, New Jersey for his medical internship and family practice residency. Welcome to Muleshoe, Dr. Burke. He's purchased a home here and ready to make Muleshoe home again. For an appointment, call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 806-272-7544. Help us welcome Kenneth Burke, DO, to Muleshoe. Well, the Jenny Slippers annual turkey dinner is going on today on Thursday, November the 7th until 2 p.m., 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. If you want, it is $10. You'll need to call before 10 a.m. this morning, 272-3371 if you want to pick up your meal. Again, $10. It's at the Centerpoint Activity Center there on 1st Street in Muleshoe. Again, the Jenny Slippers annual turkey dinner going on today, Thursday, November 7th, 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. The DeShazo 5th graders will be performing a motivational programming together on Thursday, November the 14th at 1:45 p.m. at the MHS Carrymore Auditorium. We'll be there to film it, so look for that the end of next week. The 5th grade DeShazo motivational program together performed Thursday, November 14th at 1:45 p.m. at the MHS Carrymore Auditorium. Well, we've been sharing with you some of the noteworthy minutes from the First Baptist Church as we swing into their centennial year next year. They'll be having a big centennial celebration for 100 years of the First Baptist Muleshoe on October the 25th, 2020, so nearly a year from right now. And some of these interesting minutes from deacons' meetings or multiple church plans were studied before the final one was chosen in 1946. Building plans from the Sunday School Board Church Planning Department were presented at the business meeting in May. Everyone had a chance to study the plans. calling a pastor is not always a done deal. In the First Baptist history, there were men who received the vote but never came. There's no record explaining why. We do know that 2 men came before the church in the late 70s and were called to be pastors, but neither ultimately accepted the call. The first music and education minister, Gail Bowen, came to Muleshoe to the church in July 1953. He and his wife Janice stayed a year before moving to another church. So we're going to try to share a few of those in all of our Muletrain news programs. Of course, as we mentioned before, Virginia Bowers is scouring through the minutes looking for those interesting and noteworthy minutes from meetings at the First Baptist Church, as again they'll celebrate their centennial, 100 years in existence here in Muleshoe, October the 25th, 2020. On your prayer list today, remember please Jean Allison, as she is down in the San Antonio area with her daughter, and we understand that right before the end of October she fell and broke her neck, so please keep Jean Allison on your prayer list today, as she's fallen several times in the last few weeks. Remember Robert Black, please, on your prayer list today. Berta Combs, Barbara Blackman, who fell and is now in Crown Point, undergoing rehab. Remember Judy Lambert, formerly a longtime resident of Muleshoe. She was transferred from Crown Point back to UMC and is soon to get back into Crown Point for more rehab. But she had an infection and some other problems they wanted to run some tests on. Remember Mary Moore at our last report, she was in Crown Point. Pat Nichols, Don Williams, Patty Kent, Matthew Alicon. Remember J.W. Harrington on your prayer list today. Please keep Mary Nell Bleeker on your prayer list. Gladys Black. Remember Isaac Carriega, who was in a serious car wreck a few weeks ago. Remember Betty Noble, she's having eye surgery. Remember Paula Benton and Wanell Gable. Judy, remember Martha Jo Black. Keep on your prayer list today the family of Joe Angel Everett, along with the family of James Leroy Thomas, and also the family of Joe Harmon. It is time now for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our Muletrain News programs free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith, the Star House in Marshall. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bcecoop.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Dr. James Harper Starr was patriarch of a prominent family in Marshall.
Dr. Starr quickly got out of the doctor business and into the land business. You know, you can put gold in a safe, but you can't put chickens and watermelons in a safe, right? And we all know that country doctors got paid in produce. So I have a feeling he felt that was a little more lucrative, the land business. And at one point in their history, the Starr family owned or managed over 1 million acres in Texas.
Barbara Judkins says Dr. Starr and his wife Harriet moved to Marshall in 1870 and bought a house called Rosemont. That same year, 1870, Dr. Starr's son, Frank, built a house nearby and called it Maplecroft.
The jewel of the site is Maplecroft. So if your math is good, you'll know that next year is its 150th birthday. So we're going to party like it's 1870. The Starr family lived there until the 1970s.
Barbara is site manager of the Starr Family Complex.
We have 6 buildings, 7 structures, because we have a little gazebo on our south lot.
The remains of Dr. Starr's home, Rosemont, are on the property.
The portion that we have was added onto the house in the 1880s because the original Rosemont had been built in the 1850s. Rosemont was a 2-story house when Dr. and Mrs. Starr bought the property, and that's where they lived. Their bedrooms were upstairs. As Dr. and Mrs. Starr got older, they got a little more infirmed and weren't unable to go upstairs. So he had a suite built onto the side of the house, which included a bathroom, a little eating area, and a bedroom area. So that's the part that did not get torn down when the whole rest of the house got torn down.
The main home, Maplecroft, fell into disrepair and ended up with the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department, later the Texas Historical Commission. It has undergone extensive renovation and is listed on the National Register of Historic Places.
We're open for tours Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 4, and on Sunday, 12 to 4. We also have a 1905 Queen Anne Victorian cottage on the site as well, and we use that as a rental. You can also rent the grounds for weddings. The Blake House, which is our little Victorian cottage, you can rent that for smaller parties. It doesn't hold much more than maybe 75.
Barbara Judkins of the Starr House in Marshall.
About 90% of everything you see in the house is original to the house.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.